Sports this morning is back again. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakpan.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
Okay, let's get the show started now. We'll begin with the ongoing CAF AFCON Beach Soccer Championship right here in Lagos. It was a good start for Nigeria Super Sand Eagles as they recorded a 3-2 win in their first game over Egypt. We have called it good start, guys.
Definitely is a good start for them and a good way to actually bounce back after losing in the Copa Lagos to Switzerland 8-3. Yeah. Now from there, we'll move straight to English Premier League. Last night, Everton were able to record their first victory since October, and that was against Arsenal. Arsenal losing the second game of the season.
Everton denying Arsenal. The reason we say that is because Arsenal has gone from a position of power, to losing this game to Everton at Goodison Park. We'll talk more about the English Premier League later on the show. And from football to basketball, all hail the king. King James has been named the sports person of 2016. That's according to Sports Illustrated. I mean, I don't think we're going to debate this one too much. After that incredible, leadership role he played in leading the Cavs to the first ever NBA championship against the Golden State Warriors. Cecilia Austin.
Yeah, expectedly, of course, but the good thing is he's the second guy to actually be named Sports Illustrated. The first guy who had the record, Tiger Woods. So followed by him. So you have two sportsmen that have had this award twice. But before that, talk about the beach soccer.
That's right.
What happened last night? Well, what a way to actually end all the games that went down yesterday in Lagos. Nigeria had to carve it up with that spectacular victory.
Needed victory, Tayo, Cecilia. Particularly two names popped up. These guys, I watched them last year at the Copa Lagos. I said they need to do more and they can't. Isiaka Olawale and Emeka Ogbonna. And they actually did the magic for Nigeria.
Exactly.
It was a tight contest. You expect that is the start of the competition, so everybody will bring up their A game. And that's what Egypt did.
Exactly. And apart from everybody bringing their A game, usually first games are very, everyone is still trying to size up, the other side, a bit nervous and all that. But what matters is the win, which Nigeria got over Egypt. 3-2 it ended, and Isiaka Olawale, like you mentioned, scored a goal, and Emeka Ogbonna with a brace for Nigeria in that one. So good start for Nigeria. Hopefully they can build on this very result. In other games, you had Ghana losing to Cote d'Ivoire. What a rush.
That's the team I don't like talking about.
Cote d'Ivoire, right? I mean,
just
they
love
look
beach
like
soccer lately.
the team to beat, right?
Tayo, I always remember what they did to Nigeria at the Copa Lagos, and they've done so well. They've invested in beach soccer, and they keep getting better.
Exactly.
And to think about it, that they're in the same group with us.
To be the best, you have to beat the best. You know what to say? Yeah, it's a cliche, but it is real.
Israel and Senegal and Morocco 2-1. But Nigeria, that's our focus here.
That's right.
Because these guys were able to bounce back from what happened on Sunday and getting a victory. But the next game is obviously against Cote d'Ivoire. That's going to be tonight. 8 p.m. is still the time. And Egypt and Ghana also in action. Libya, Morocco, and Senegal and Madagascar will also be playing. It's a tough one.
So big test tonight for the Super Sand Eagles, after that show of character against Egypt, because when you win 3-2, it means you have something special in the bag. Cote d'Ivoire won their first game convincingly. Let's see if the Super Sand Eagles can actually push them. Let's see what Coach Audu can do, turn things around, say, look, we have lost to these guys before. Did we learn anything from it? We will know tonight when they take on Cote d'Ivoire.
We'll find out. And the players you mentioned as well, the veterans on the side, that have been, with the Sand Eagles for a long time now, they will have to step up because their experience will be very crucial in this kind of game against quality opposition like Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, they know that they're second on the table right now, and of course just a point, not really a point, I mean same 3 points, but the difference, the goals that Cote d'Ivoire had to score, they're taking more like, they had to score more goals and just be at the top there and see if that's going to make a difference much later when it ends on Sunday. But that's it for that beach soccer. We'll move straight to the second one. I'm talking about LeBron James being named as the Sports Illustrated Sportsperson of the Year. The second person to do this, and why he was, after he had received the award, he said a whole lot of stuff about people who actually helped him to be at this particular stage. If the likes of Muhammad Ali, Bill Russell, Jim Brown, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, if all of them had not actually stand so tall during the time to ensure that they want to play their games, he wouldn't be here receiving that award.
I mean, that's what, I'm not surprised at all. Basically, what is done there is use the opportunity, is use the occasion to pay tribute to the legends of the game. That's what it is. It is what LeBron does. If you've watched him over time, he's that kind of character. And it is a well-deserved award.
Talk about having role models to achieve success.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, I'm having Muhammad Ali right there. We've said it that Muhammad Ali's name goes beyond boxing. You know, a basketballer is looking at you and saying, you influenced me greatly. You touched my career. You know, it's just so sweet. And we all know what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did for basketball.
As well.
Virtually everybody playing basketball now learns one or two things from Kareem.
Yes.
I think another point I was actually trying to make was, you know, people coming together, you know, not like racism or whatever, you know, people actually coming together, whoever you are, sports has a way of actually bringing people together and help you to actually achieve your aim. That's the whole essence of a sports award. So it's not about white or black, it's about one thing, which is the sport, togetherness.
Exactly. And apart from LeBron, you know, James winning the sports person of the year, Michael Phelps was also honored as the greatest Olympian of all time. I mean, we can argue that. I mean, it is debatable. But what we can't argue about is the fact that he's the most decorated. Of all time. I mean,
when you say greatest of all time, I get what you mean.
When you won 28, no one has won more than that. That's straightforward. But when you say you're the greatest of all time, I know there are people that will start giving you names. That this actually did something a lot more greater than what Michael Phelps
That's
does.
a debate that if we start now, guys,
we're not going
to end. So let's just listen to the king. He has been crowned the Sports Illustrated 2016 Sports Person of the Year. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
The Sports Person of the Year, King James. Ring ain't lie. I done came through the block and everything that's fly. I'm like Che Guevara with bling on. I'm complex. I never claim to have wings on. Get my by any means on. Whenever there's a drought, get your umbrella. I am a different man, and I can blame my environment, but ain't no reason why I be buying expensive change. Hope you don't think you.
This award is for the great Muhammad Ali, for Bill Russell, for Jim Brown, for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, because at the end of the day, I'm not standing up here if you four gentlemen, Kareem, Jim Brown, Muhammad, Bill, sit at that table in the 1960s, and no matter, it wasn't about you guys. It wasn't about you guys. The most four dominant athletes at that time didn't care what happened to them. They sacrificed everything that could have happened to them, could have been stripped of everything that they've accomplished to that point. Can't play football no more, can't play basketball no more, can't fight no more. But their calling and their reasoning for doing what they had to do was for a night like tonight. That in 2016 in Brooklyn, New York, that we all can sit up here as African Americans, as white Americans, as Mexicans, as people from the Dominican Republic. Big Papi, I see you. Francisco, I see you. Puerto Rico. That we all can sit in one room and just say, wow, this is an unbelievable night in not only sports, but in life. So as I stand up here as the recipient of the 2016 Sportsman of the Year, this isn't about me. This is much bigger than me. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that showed up tonight.
And you know, for me, being able to have one more year where I came back and finished exactly how I want. I know there are some people out there who know what that feels like. I feel like I'm on top of the world. I was able to get married this year, have my first child. I mean, I literally feel like the luckiest man in the world. And I want to thank each and every one of you for this, and it's an honor being here. Thank you.
So that's it. The king, and of course, Michael Phelps.
The king and the greatest, according to Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, that's the opinion, and they can defend it anytime.
Exactly.
But guys, emotion has paid by King James, and it just goes to explain once again the power of sports. It says it's not about me, but just sitting in this room and knowing that it's because of sports that everyone is gathered and everybody has the same values, And then for Michael Phelps, we were just trying to understand, one man, 28 Olympic medals.
And this year he got married, has his first child, and all the success and everything. What more can you ask for?
What more?
It's so much.
Absolute legends.
So
absolute
much.
legends. I mean, we're waiting for that day when Nigeria is going to produce, a great athlete. I mean, as great as this guy is.
We'll wrap up this discussion. Okay, 28 medals, the whole of Africa. Okay,
No, come on, not the whole of Africa. Come on, Cecilia, no way.
It is
no
possible.
Way. No way. Yeah.
One man.
Yeah, well, Africa, yeah, come on.
Look at the good medals they've won.
It's a testament of what you put in is what you get.
Yeah,
the simple
definitely.
Simple as that. When you look at Michael Phelps, and we all grew up. We grew up with this guy. We saw his progress. Same thing with Usain Bolt. Same thing with Cristiano, with Messi. Foundation, guy.
Yeah, very
it
important.
is very
solid.
key.
Once your foundation is solid, then you have something to build on, and that's what. Unfortunately, it's not very readily available in the country at the moment. Hopefully, it does become available later on.
Yeah.
Let's move on now. I don't
talk about the NBA because I don't know. The Olympics, Nigeria, come on. We're not ready. We've not started at all. LeBron James scored about 23 points last night.
Yeah, the NBA.
For Cleveland.
Yes.
And they won 103.
86. Yeah, they defeated the Memphis Grizzlies.
That's right.
in that particular game. Before that game, let's talk about the Golden State Warriors. It was another win for them over the New Orleans Pelicans. 113-109 ended. It was a very close one. Stephen Curry scored 30 points. Kevin Durant with 27. Draymond Green added a triple-double to help the Warriors hold off the Pelicans in that particular game. In other games, Kevin Love scored 29 points, and LeBron James added 23, like Cecilia mentioned before. The Cavs won their 5th straight game with a 103-86 win over the Memphis Grizzlies. Damian Lillard scored 17 points, 19 assists, and he didn't play in the fourth quarter at all, but that didn't stop them from beating the OKC Thunder in that game, 114-95. The Tigers forward Al-Farouq Aminu was missing in the game with a sore back. Serge Ibaka, Austin, you still remember Serge?
Of course.
Yeah, 29 points. Man.
He's still playing. He's playing some great basketball at the moment. I mean, I remember when he was with the Thunder. That's when we knew a lot about him. But he's moved on to the Magic now and is playing really well. He led them to a 131-120 win over the Atlanta Hawks in the one. So it is hotting up, Austin. We're enjoying it. More games will be played later tonight.
Right.
As it is right now, the Golden State Warriors look like they will have the best record at the end of the season. I mean, they've won 22 already this year. They've lost just 4. I don't think we're going to argue that at all. It's all about the playoffs. And there's no competition, really. But the playoffs, that's where they will meet.
Because we saw the same dominance
last season.
And then when it mattered most, they lost it.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So that's why I'm reserving my judgment for the playoffs. Right now, they're doing what is expected of them to do, dominate.
You don't have
a
the
lot
sort of
games.
players that are not dominating.
Exactly. Even though they missed Zaza Pachulia, didn't play this game because he was injured. But they always find ways to win. When you're that loaded with bona fide talent all over the seats, so it's
like
not a surprise at all. Yeah, an all-star side. I mean, that's why.
And that's why Cecilia will beef them. I hope for them to lose.
And not only Cecilia, a lot of pundits. I mean, pundits out there.
Steph Curry, Clay Thompson, and
Draymond Green. And you have Andre Iguodala on the bench.
Iguodala is even struggling to play.
When you have a player scoring about almost 60 points in 29,
yes,
crazy.
And that's why,
really
to be fair to Cecilia, she's not the only one beefing
everyone
pundits out there, especially when KD made that move and stuff. So Yeah, it is what it is.
Especially when
the others have to
winning.
step the
you
game
know what,
up.
we'll go for a break now. We'll come back, we'll go to the new studio, and of course, we'll talk about the Afghan boy who finally had his dreams, realized, meeting Lionel Messi. Stay with us.